This conference will now be recorded.
Produces certain symptoms, and those symptoms are nothing but the reaction of the vital force to the substance that has entered the body, a foreign substance. Generally, the body will not react to normal food items, but when there is some poisonous or some extra thing is there in the food, the body will react. So the resultant of the reaction is symptoms, and those symptoms are the guide for us, because the same person who got affected yesterday, there was a question. The same person who got symptoms because of the intake of the medicinal substance is perfectly curable if he takes the medicine in a potentized form. What is potency also I told yesterday. So that potency is the minimum dose that is taken by the person when it is brought to dynamic form. So we get the medicine. Earlier it was a crude form. When it is potentized, it takes the form of a dynamic form and it is called a medicine. That is why in homeopathy, all the medicines are in a very, very subtle form. Whereas for physical eye, you may not find the medicine in that. And as I told yesterday, the Baba Atomic Research Center, BARC, they have proved that sulfur is 200 potency also. Sulfur is present in a very nano form. How it works on the person, how the cells change, that is what Razugar was asking me yesterday, how homeopathy works. Dr. Hahnemann has clearly told in his Organon that how the homeopathy works is not known as of now, and it may not be known in future also. But as the science progressed, particularly the molecular biology, and then the cell biology, and also the nanotechnology, so many things. We have gone to the very, very small subtlest things. Today, you can see a cell phone having a small chip can accommodate 256 GB of the matter. Just can't imagine. That was a dream earlier, but now you can have thousands of books in your cell phone. The same technique is adopted in homeopathy also, but how it is happening, that we have to prove. And now the day has come where we can definitely prove how homeopathy works. And yesterday again I told you that there are fixed principles in homeopathy, very strong foundation, which never change from the date of their inception. And the advantage of homeopathy is we give medicine to the person, but not to the disease. Please note on this point again, yesterday I told, always the medicine is given to the person, but not to the disease. In allopathy, medicine is given to the disease, ignoring the person. Medicine is given in a very crude form in allopathy, hence there are side effects. When medicine is given in a very subtle form, dynamic form, and the real dynamic qualities are brought out in the homeopathic system, so there are no side effects, because side effects are possible only in a toxic form. And homeopathy is similarpathy and allopathy is antipathy, I told. So at this stage, homeopathy leaves allopathy, and the two schools are homeo and allopathy case they differ here. The allopathic system does not bother about the symptoms, particularly of the mind. Suppose a person goes to an allopathy doctor, he says, "Sir, I have a headache. It starts from the right temple and then it goes backward. Above the ear it travels and then it settles at the back." Like that, if he tells a symptom very clearly, the allopathy doctor says, "How is it that it starts here, it is not there?" Suppose the drug is called Roosevelt. I gave one girl is with me now, right now she's taking treatment. It's more than 75% cured with Roosevelt, because this is the peculiar symptom she is having. Allopathy doctor does not understand what it is, why it goes there, why it goes like this. So you take suppose example of lag canina, drug is there, where the shifting headaches are there, shifting pains are there. It says pain is on the left side and right side, then above vertex, and then it is on the leg. What is this? So where is the real thing? The person complains of a knee pain, the doctor, even after doing the CT scan of the knee or any other method of finding out what is the problem with the knee, rarely we find that the patient has no problem with the knee, but there is pain. Ask him exactly where is the pain. No, sir, morning it was in the left hand, now it has gone to right knee, and tomorrow I don't know, sir, where it will be. So then there is right knee pain is there only for some time. Is the pain is really present in the knee? But allopathy doctor feels that pain is there in the knee. So there is a central nervous system is there for us. The signal comes from there that there is pain, there is something disorder is there. So in homeopathy we call it as disorder, disharmony. When there is harmony between the vital force and the organs of the person, along with the mind and will and everything will be going on smoothly. I will give one small example. In our domestic life, you can see in our houses, families. And I suppose you take one example of one house, a joint family, which may be something dream nowadays. One joint family, grandfather, grandmother already died, suppose. And grandfather has 3 sons, and all the 3 got married, and they have each one of them have 2 children. So they have family of 6 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 6 plus 6. So you can say 12 plus grandfather. And grandfather is very healthy and he is managing, it's a business community. He is managing very well, all the things he is doing well. As long as the grandfather is in good health, the 3 sons and the daughters-in-law, they are not bothered. Because business, all the 3 are, it's a giant family. Whatever comes, grandfather is managing. And nobody is bothered. Suppose one granddaughter gets some headache or something, or a small injury to the leg, she runs to the grandfather. Grandfather knows the medicine, homeopathy. He gives some arnica or something, and she is cured. Even her parents also may not be aware that she got some injury and she took medicine from the grandfather. One day the grandfather suddenly fell ill. And he became unconscious on the dining table. It was everybody was taking food. Suddenly he became sick. He fell down. And everybody got panic because he is the person who knows everything. And immediately the sons have rushed him to hospital. And before that, the eldest daughter-in-law was passing a remark that to her husband she was telling, I told you to get the will registered because I know something will happen like this. How, what about you are the person who is taking so much pain, so much property you will get? That is the problem. The third one is not doing any work at all. They are enjoying the property. Then the second one came into the picture, second son. How you can take more, and we all the 3 are looking. Fighting started. So before rushing to the hospital, the old man got into consciousness. What happened here? As long as the vital force, that is the grandfather, he is having good health and harmony, he is able to manage the house well, and everybody is in line. There are no disputes, there are no fights, everybody are very happy. I can say that they are doing good work with. But once the vital force becomes sick, the entire constitution, that is the house in which they are living, that goes totally helter-skelter. Why? Because The vital force only is able to manage all the organs, including mind, will, and also the senses. Everything is kept in order. And when a disorder creeps in, the vital force only can make it or bring it back to earth. In that house, suppose there is some problem between sons and between daughters-in-law, some dispute is there. So the vital force, that is the grandfather, comes into picture. He pacifies everybody. He sees that they compromise with each other and harmony is re-established again. Same is the principle with homeopathy. There is a vital force in us. That is setting right everything in a proper way. There is some disorder because of any problem, like some external force has crept into the person and there is some symptoms have come. So the vital force has the capability of setting it right. In one case, suppose the vital force becomes weak or the disease force has more power than the vital force, then we need to reinforce the vital force. That is very important. You need not fight directly with the disease. And the Hippocrates, of the healing system, medical systems, he said that we have no business to interfere with the disease of the person. Only add some vitality to the existing vital force so that they can definitely set right themselves. We need not bother about it. But unfortunately, the allopathic system directly interferes with the diseased substance or diseased organ or tissues change, something like that. Thereby, the vital force is not consulted. But in homeopathy, any medicine you give, it directly gives. That is, but they are only saliva, and that goes to the central nervous system. Their necessary instructions are passed to the particular organ or some tissue or wherever problem is there. So more vital force, it sends more force there. Like in our country also, we can see whenever there is a problem with the persons who terrorists or whatever you call, who make some galat at one place, immediately police force is sent there so that the situation will be brought under control. Suppose there is some injury to the toe of the person, bleeding is going on. Immediately the vital force, but it deploys so many people, the soldiers, to the spot of the injury, and they bridge the one layer and bleeding is immediately stopped. Take an example of, suppose some hole is put to the pot, earthen pot. The lead goes, that is water goes till the pot is empty. But whereas for a human being, there is some injury where bleeding is there, within no time the bleeding is stopped. We call it as bleeding time and clotting time. Who is making this? Who is curing this? Or who is managing this? That is called vital force, and that is the central theme of homeopathy. So the vital thing you have to understand and remember that any medicine given is to strengthen the vital force, but not to weaken the disease or but not to fight with the disease. The physician only has to observe the symptoms. That is why I told that in homeopathy there are only sick people, people having diseases. So medicine is to be given to the person. So if a medicine is given to the person, I tell you, 100% patient will be brought back to norms. So whenever there is something, some problem has come, so what we have to do is, what are the changes that occurred in the person and the changes You have to see mainly the changes in the behavior, changes in his thinking, his love, understanding. That is the innermost layers. The innermost affects first. So the vital force was somehow having got some disease from outside. It drives out the disease from the innermost layer to the external layers. And that in external layer, there may be some skin come. There may be some other problem where the person gets some itching or something like that. Generally, whoever comes to the clinic with some skin complaint, we have to ask one question. Has it come from center within, or is it because of the external, some reason, external cause? No, sir, perfectly. I was having good health, sir. About a month back, some small pustule has come out. So that has spread like this, sir. So otherwise, I'm healthy. I don't have any problem. Now we have to think about it. Where from it has come? Why did it come? So the vital force in the person has a responsibility of keeping the person as long as available, as many years as possible. Nobody wants to leave the body, even not a animal or insect like a mosquito or fly. They don't wish to die at all. They wish to stay in that body as long as possible, as many years as possible, as many days as possible. Why? Because we love ourselves. Ask anybody, they love themselves. You know a story of a person who is going from his village to some other place because of the floods. So he took all the gold, his wife, children, they all boarded a small boat because they have to go immediately. And after some time, the water started coming into the boat because of the flood and rain. Then the person who is driving the boat, he said, sir, weight is to be reduced. You are having a big box. What is this? Sir, you throw this into the river. That is the gold he is carrying, cash he is carrying, documents he is carrying. That is the property he has earned in a box. Then he said, unless you reduce the weight in the boat, none of us will survive. So he said, who can I sacrifice? Is himself, wife, two children, and this very box. These people are there in the boat. So he said, okay, let me throw my child first. So child has gone. Then another child has gone. And he said, the poor person knows that still weight is more. Then he has thrown his wife. He has not thrown himself. Or he has not thrown the box having property, gold and everything. He said, till the end, he was holding the gold. Then the poor person said, sir, unless throw this box out, still weight is more. Then he threw the box also. And he also was drowned because of the cyclone. We love ourselves. In homeopathy, this is the basic point we will take because the mind, the love, the understanding, and the willpower, they are very important. Take example of an arum metallicum, a drug is there. He loses love on himself. He says, why should I live? What for I should live? He might have failed in an examination. He might have lost a business, or there may be failure in love affair. He might have loved some girl, some boy, that if it is a girl, some boy, and their parents rejected, and one of them or both of them, they wish to commit suicide. What for? Why should we live? There is no meaning for life. That is what they say. So the love of the self is the most highest top ranking symptom. A person loses love on himself. So there is no charm in that. The homeopathy inquires into these details. Not that there is a pain, there is a skin complaint. Unfortunately, particularly the young teenagers, they come to us. They start telling one very important symptom for them is, if it is a male, mostly they complain of acne, pimples. And if it is a female, they talk about hair fall. Then some skin problem is there. One girl came to me, some 19, 20 years old girl. She was having some acne, pimples. It's very common because a girl is becoming a mother. It's a transition stage where hormones are produced and some skin complaint, something will come. There, if you can understand the real person, who is the person suffering or who is to be cured, you ask that girl, is it the only symptom you are having? Is there any problem with menstruation? She says, yes, sir, menstruation also irregular menses is there. Lot of stomach pain, dysmenorrhea is there during menses. Sir, you don't worry about that, sir. First my face, because I am going to college. I am called as a beauty, college beauty by many of my friends. So if I lose my beauty, what will happen to me? She is more worried about it. As a homeopathician, we have to treat the innermost person first. Of course, you need not tell that, you need not tell the philosophy to the patient. No, no, life is not permanent, God is permanent. Just don't tell all those things. But when you select a medicine based on the innermost symptoms, the outermost layers are brought to order automatically. Because once the person gets strength, the vital power gets strength, you will be surprised that everything is brought back to the order. This is the efficacy of homeopathy, speciality of homeopathy. That is why, as a physician, you are expected to know what is the cause of the disease, where from it has come, how long he has been suffering, and what are the modalities, when it is more, when it is less, which season he likes most, which season he doesn't like. All those details you have to note down, and that decides the person. Then the physical symptoms or the outermost symptoms, whether told or untold, they will be cured. So this is the difference between other systems and homeopathy. And homeopathy is the only system which can take care of the person as a whole. It is a holistic system. And you should understand and select a medicine based on mind symptoms. This I wanted to tell you today. Very important point is. So what can be felt with the fingers? What can be felt with the hands? And what is can be seen through microscope? These are all the are secondary information. Primary information, you have to see who is this person. Any person goes to Ramana Maharshi of Arunachalam, used to ask one question: who are you? Who am I? Not who are you? Who am I? Naan yaar. In the Tamil pesa, Naan yaar. Nene avaru. Naanu yaar. In Oriya we call Muke. Who am I? What is the original form of me? Where from I have come? And after staying here for a few decades, say 70 years or 80 years or 90 years, whatever may be the lifespan of individual, afterwards, where are we going? If the person starts thinking about these things, you know where from you have come? Try to inquire. We don't know. And you have to know where are you going after completing this journey as a human being. And once you inquire about that, there is an inner indwelling person. We call it as Antariya. That indwelling person, he teaches you how you should behave, how you should work, how you should talk. And this is the education we require to have. Nowadays, the education is totally from only in a circumference. How much you earn, how much you hit others, how much money you will accumulate in the banks, how much property you earn during your lifetime. All these things, we think only about these things. And we teach our children also in the same way. Nobody is teaching us what will happen to us after leaving this body. So, a small example, as all of you know, when you know somebody is telling YouTube connection not available, Shankar, for others YouTube is available. Somebody respond.
Sir, YouTube is not streaming well. You can continue in GoToMeeting.
GoToMeeting is
Yeah,
full.
it's not streaming, sir. Network issue is there.
What is the reason? For me, I am getting.
Okay, maybe it is a network issue, sir.
Huh? Network with me, I'll see. Because from 45 it has come down to 6. Yeah, connection is there, internet is there, good. Shankar,
Even
from my side now.
I could not able to hear you, sir, even.
Yeah, it is in GoToMeeting audibility is not there.
It is audible.
It's
It
very
is
clear.
audible. It is very clear.
Meeting is there, sir. It is audible GoToMeeting.
Okay. Enough. 1% is enough. Shankar, find out the cause of the YouTube. Here, my net is good and visibility is there. I'm able to see myself well.
You may want to switch off your video. Sir, you may want to switch off your video. It improves the bandwidth.
If I switch off the video, it will improve the bandwidth. Okay. Shankar?
Yes.
How to switch off video?
Click on the video.
Click on the video.
Click on the video button, sir, for GoToMeeting.
Click on the video.
In the down toolbar, you'll see some camera and slash sign. So you need to hit that one. Currently, that will be on for you.
In the down, I have only audio button and stream and one share. That's all. It is not there. Only in the top it is there. Page is accessing your camera and microphone. Both are there.
Yeah, just switch off your camera, maybe.
Camera and microphone allowed. Continue allowing. HTTPS. Suppose I'll see now.
I think everybody can switch off the video, sir. Maybe sometimes it will work. Because of video, it will take more net bandwidth.
To just see because many people have left. GoToMeeting, it's okay now.
If it is streaming well, then it should not be a problem. So GoToMeeting is perfect. It is not a bandwidth issue, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
Live stream only the problem is coming.
yeah. So it could be something else.
Whose end is that? Your connection. This connection is good.
Continue with the GoToMeeting, sir.
Okay. We'll do like that. What to do?
Everything is
Tomorrow
okay, sir.
settle.
No.
Yeah. Okay. and we will see what can be done. Okay, next week we will have another arrangement we wanted to have. If necessary, we will go to Zoom. Okay. Anyway. Now, coming to the subject, so this is the important point is the vital force is to be tackled and vital force is to be taken into account, and it is the directly we have to talk to the vital force, that is we have to talk to the person who is there inside. లోపల ఉండే మనిషిని మనం మాట్లాడించాలి. ఇలా మీకు ఎలా ఉంది, మీకు ఎలాగా ఉంది, how do you feel, you have to ask. Many cases patient feels better but symptom is not better. It is very important. That is the observation what we make. So what is the thing we have to do, how to make it, that is very, very important. It's coming. Okay. We'll continue with the GoToMeeting and then we'll see what can be done. Tomorrow we'll just see. So always bother about the person, inside vital force. That is very, very important. So please note on an important point I will tell you, because notes also I have to give some only. I will give very important points on everything. Homeopathy is a science. It is a science. It's a proven science. It is science because it's the most scientific. Homeopathy is the most scientific system. Some people nowadays, particularly the other systems, doctors are telling homeopathy is only a placebo system. No, it is a well-proved system. And now research is going on. The day is not far where homeopathy is proved as the real science. Homeopathy is a science. It's a science in its essence. You're right. Homeopathy is a science in its essence. ESSENCE. Homeo is an art. Homeo is an art in its application. Homeo is an art in its application. And more than everything, Homeo is a philosophy. More than everything, Homeo is a philosophy. In its core, C-O-R-E, core. Homeopathy is a science because it's a medical science. And it's art. This is very, very important in homeopathy. There are many doctors who are having tremendous knowledge of homeopathy. They might have studied hundreds of books. When they come to the application, are understanding the science properly and apply it to the patients, some of them are failures. There are people who are very successful in practice, and for them, there may be a few persons who have no habit of study. That is times they don't understand. And more than everything, homeopathy is a philosophy in its core. Why? Because we look at the single person that is present in the body, and that body is animated only because of that single vital force inside the person.
మన లోకి రాజు జనరేట్ చేసుకో.
విజయ్ కుమారి మ్యూట్ చేయండి అమ్మా. డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తున్నారు మీరు మమ్మల్ని. మీరు ఆన్ చేయకూడదు. మీరు ప్లీజ్ కీప్ ఇట్ ఇన్ మ్యూట్. గణేష్, ఇంకా పన్ను ఉంటే మాట్లాడుకుంటూ ఉంటారు, నాకేం పని. Now, homeopathy philosophy is very, very important because Homeo says there is only one person, there is only vital force. This is the only system which talks about these things. So these are the important things you should understand. Next. Study the science of homeopathy. study the science of homeopathy until you understand it properly. You have to understand it properly. The contents are very, very important. Do not think one reading will give you understanding or principles set forth. If I read once, I will know everything, sir. It's very easy. It is not easy. The science is so difficult, I will tell you, because you have to go with the basic principle of the inner person. So one reading will never be sufficient. It will require many careful perusals until its subject matter becomes a part of yourself. You have to eat homeopathy, you have to drink homeopathy, you have to sleep homeopathy. The living examples we had, Master E.K. Garu, Dr. Chalapati Garu, now presently PVS Satyanarayana Garu, PV Satyanarayana Garu. 24 hours he is with homeopathy. Midnight you give a ring, he will answer. All the time thinking about homeopathy, homeopathy. Unless you study the science in such depths, very difficult to understand the science, because all the medicines look alike and all the person's medicines look alike and the persons also look alike. What are the symptoms they give? Almost the same symptoms, but there is subtle difference. That difference you have to find out. Those are called peculiar symptoms. And unless you study the science in depth and you know what to prescribe, that you can prescribe only when you have thorough knowledge of the medical system, that is materia medica, and a thorough knowledge of how to check the patient. That is very, very important. So how to understand the patient. That is why in application, there are certain things like selection of a potency and repetition, how you have to do. Every case is unique case. Don't think that I have given to that person belladonna 3 doses. For another person, belladonna 1 dose is enough. Second dose aggravates. Sometimes for some people, second dose brings havoc. For some people, even third dose will not work. So these are the things we should understand properly. And unless homeopathy should become a part of you, then only you will be able to use the homeopathy properly for the common benefit of the society. There are many people who are failure in homeopathy. Some patients come to us and they will tell us, sir, I had been to that doctor, I have been taking medicine for the last 3 years or 2 years, sir, no improvement, sir. Why? I'll tell you a small example. I'll tell you. When I was working in Bellary, just in front of our house, there was a person living, was working in the electricity department. So one day a patient came from Hyderabad by car to take medicine from me, and the car was parked in front of his house. Then he asked casually, where from your driver he was discussing. Said, we came from Hyderabad, our owner of my business, that is, he takes medicine from a person sitting right in front of your house, that is a homeopathy dispensary. Then that person said, I don't know. I never came to know that there is a dispensary of homeopathy. Some people come, I observed, but I don't know what was their coming. He said, it's a wonderful cure for us. Then he came to me. Sir, my wife is not keeping good health. Every month I go to Hyderabad to take the medicine. And somebody has come from Hyderabad to take medicine from you. Can you help? He said, okay, no problem. We get the case noted. Case sheet was prepared and medicine was given. And within 2 months or 3 months, she has got good health, normal. Then he was suffering, he was feeling very bad. I should have taken medicine 4 years back, sir. Then I remember our Guruji Master E.K.'s words. Had he come 4 years early, it would have taken 4 years, 3 months. Now it is cured within 3 months or 2 months. I'll tell you, it's a wonderful system. And right medicine is selected. Suppose we select right medicine in the first instance itself, that is also possible. We can cure it. So the homeo doctor is expected to have the vision and the personalities of the homeopathic remedies. Every remedy is a person. You have to compare the remedies with the persons, either live or from our scriptures. The examples, a lot of examples are there. You take Mahabharata, Shakuni is opium. We compare the symptoms of medicines with the characters in Ramayana, Mahabharata. When in your daily serials, either Telugu or Kannada or Hindi or something, each character, when I watch serial, I will see to which drug this character belongs to. So each remedy is a personality. You should understand them as a personality of all homeopathic remedies, and you should see them as living persons, and the medicines should become concrete realities. It is not simply medicine, it's a concrete reality. Axvanika is like this. We get some cases in our dispensaries. Sir, Pulsatilla means Pulsatilla. That's totally Pulsatilla. When I read the Medinamica after the patient or in front of the patient, when I repeat the symptoms, the patient used to say, sir, that is my symptom, that is my symptom. So the doctor, the physician who practices must have this vision. Third eye is required. It is not simply two eyes where we have. We should have the third eye. That is the real vision. And it is the disorder of the activities of the internal man, a lack of harmony or imbalance, which gives forth the signs and symptoms. Why the signs and symptoms are coming? Because it is the disorder. The order was there earlier. Because of some cause, internal or some triggering external cause, the disorder order has been disordered. So thinking will become improper. Logic center will fail. కొంతమంది అంటూ ఉంటారు సల్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను చినిగిన చొక్కా వేసుకుని వెళ్ళిపోతాడు ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಹರಿದಿದ್ದ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈ ಸೇಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್. So for me it's okay. Sir, for me it is not okay. House members, they say other members. Then you close your eyes. You close your eyes. But for me this is nice. Why? Because logical center has failed. Once they take the homeopathic medicine, the logical center is restored. They will understand correctly what is the exactly what is the logic, what is the thing you have to understand. So it is the disorder of the activities of internal man, a lack of harmony or balance. This you should know and properly you should understand that there is some internal disorder has come. That you should understand well. And then if you give a medicine, I will tell you, sir, definitely the person will be all right. So basis of the therapy is a vital rather than a physiological. For allopathy doctors, it is a physiological thing. But for a homeopathy doctor, this is the vital force. So that the vital force must be stimulated. Why this disorder has come, that you have to find out the cause of the illness, and then you should know how that order has gone bad. Once you select a right remedy, the duty of the physician is to bring back the order. This is the experience we have a lot of plenty of cases. The person comes and says, sir, now I am all right. I am okay. That I inside the person, he says, I am okay, sir. There is no problem with me. So that is important. That you should understand. And this imbalance or disorder, whatever it has come, it gives forth the signs and symptoms. So the disorder is shown to the physician by the patient as the form of signs and symptoms. Then what are the signs and symptoms? The physician can recognize the signs and symptoms are group of these symptoms, and we take the totality of symptoms. There we say that this is the disease. That is what allopathy calls. We don't call them as diseases. We call them as a group of symptoms and the totality of symptoms. What are these symptoms? These sensations and the feelings or any other symptom is there. They constitute the language of the disorder or disease. They will show to us what is the form of the disease, how it has come, all those things we will understand, we will come to know. Why? Because we should make it understand to ourselves that the disorder is shown to the physician and manifested in the form of symptoms. This is very, very important. That the vital force must be stimulated to cure the patient, and that only can be really the true solution to the stimulation of the vital force. When you do it, that will take care of the person as a whole. So to cure the patient, and that only can be understood properly, and that drug which suits to the patient in total, that is totality of symptoms. Remember, all the symptoms that are there in the medicine will not be present in the patient, because medicines are proved in 20%, 30%. They give the symptoms. Each person might have given a specific response. So the entire medicine symptoms that are told in the medicine need not be present in the patient. But whatever the symptoms the patient is suffering from, they must be a part of the medicine that we sell. The symptoms of the person should be a part of that materia medica or the drug picture. So if you give a, suppose you fail to select a right drug, that means nearest drug you have selected having 70% symptoms or 60% symptoms. Rest assured that 60% or 70% the patient gets relief, and the patient also gains confidence. Sir, out of the 10 symptoms I told, 6 are cured, sir, I am better, only this 4 remain. Then the doctor can again study the case, again take down the symptoms from the patient. And if he can select a right drug, I'll tell you, almost he can be cured of the problem. So there is a natural law, that is, I told you, cure like cures. That is, like cures like. Once a person is matched with a drug, cure will come to him, and whatever symptoms he got, the same symptoms are present in the medicine. So like cures like. That the single remedy at a time is all that is needed, which follows from the statement. The following things why single remedy and single dose is required, because there cannot be two things most similar to one another. The single remedy has further advantage that when one thing is given, one can evaluate the work of that. You give two medicines, suppose, which medicine has worked well, we will not be able to understand. And nearest drug you give, one set of symptoms will be removed. So we will be able to evaluate when you give single medicine, then whether it has worked or not, you will understand. And you will understand the action of the drug. Whereas if 2 or more medicines are given, we will not be able to know which drug has helped the patient and in which proportion that has worked. The minimum dose is the most essential part of homeopathy, and this is based on the law that small doses stimulate the vital force. That is, when you go deep into the potency, high potencies, they will directly work up. The small means, in homeopathy, smaller means the potentization is done up to 1 and 10 and 50 m. They become smaller, that is, crude form is becoming more subtler and subtler and subtler. More high potency, that means they work in the innermost layers, and sometimes large doses, they will have some side effects also. Don't think that homeopathy has no side effects. When medicine is taken in larger doses, more potencies are more medicines are taken, there is a possibility that the person may show some side effects also. That you should understand. So the action of small and very large doses of the same substance, same medicine, you must be able to observe. How the 30 works, how the 200 works, how the 1M works, you must be able to observe. When you give a 30 potency, how long it has worked, what are the symptoms the patient felt better. So, under this head of selecting the medicine or selecting the right potency and the right repetition, that decides the cure of the patient. Why we are not getting some success? Because we might have selected a dissimilar remedy or a remedy which does not suit to the person's symptoms. And the patient might have failed in giving out the complete picture of the patient, and because of the confusion. Why there is confusion? Because he might have taken other systems of medicine, particularly allopathy. The total constitution gets disturbed and the symptoms also gets disturbed. That is why when a patient overdrugged with allopathy, if they come to the dispensary, what we say is, please give us the pre-medicative symptoms. What are the symptoms you are having before the medication started? Then the person will be able to tell us the right things, and then we will be able to select the right medicine. So this is the important part of the selection of the medicine. This is called individualization in homeopathy. So the individualization is important. No two people are alike. No two people are exactly alike, either in sickness or in health. Everybody is unique, sir. This is a wonderful system. The same parents, two children, they differ totally. One boy is very, very active, other boy is very dull. One boy is very aggressive, hyperactive. The other boy is very slow. How is it that same genes, same parents? How it comes? Each person is unique in this universe. And although there may be some finer distinctions, you have to observe. They look alike, but there are finer distinctions are there that you should observe and you should give the medicine. So, for example, I'll tell you all look alike. When everybody says all look alike, finer distinctions they will not be able to know. For example, you take pneumonia. So this has several subtypes of pneumonia. So bronchial pneumonia is there, lobas pneumonia, type 1 pneumonia, type 2 pneumonia, etc. There are so many pneumonias are there. And even patients, you take an example of diabetes. No two diabetics are alike. One person may be having thirst, other person may be having more appetite, other person may be having polyuria, goes to urine several times. Other person healing is very fast, another person healing is slow. All are suffering from same diabetes. Unfortunately, in allopathy, all of them are given same medicine. But in homeopathy, when you individualize the case, each person is unique and his symptoms are unique. Hence, you select such a medicine where the person is totally cured. That is the advantage of homeopathy. If you give a medicine, the allopathic system actually, particularly the skin complaints or any other complaints, if you suppress them, then it will catch hold of some other important organ and it will spoil the internal organs. It will catch hold of some internal organs and the patients may die because of the scientific ignorance. We call it as ignorance. Dr. Kent calls the doctor as the scientific ignorant doctor has driven out the simple eruption on the skin, which was very safe. As long as the skin problem is there, the person is alive. And once the skin problem is suppressed with the ointment and driven into the economy, into the constitution, into the person, it may catch some important organ, thereby patient may die in course of time or get some serious complaint. May, I am using the word may, because that depends upon the sensitivity of the each and every individual. That is why we say individualization. Each person is different. The doctor, the homeopathy physician, particularly, I'm very happy, glad that so many people are learning here. So if you understand the system of homeopathy, when it is used properly, I'll tell you, it is something great. Miracles happen in homeopathy. And in our clinical experience, we had a lot of miracles happening, and that continues. So this is the point which we are ending the class here. Then we will have some 10 minutes question answer session is there. Then tomorrow, that is our next class, will be on next Wednesday. That is juniors will have class on 21st, Wednesday 21st and 23rd. So our next class will be on 21st. So before that time, see that we